obviously with the stuff going on in Israel, it's pretty much prophesied in the Bible that the Jewish people don't recognize Jesus Christ as their Messiah. A lot of them to this day still don't. And it's really sad. But, I can't be mad at them. It is what it is. There's a lot of people that have gone to Jerusalem and have preached to them, and they've gotten extremely violent and called them devils and so on and so forth. But I actually wrote this, I guess now it's probably been like a year ago or 8 months. I mean, it's been a long time, but I find it kind of relevant. So I wanted to read this. It's not very long. It's pretty short, so it's not going to take a long time. I actually have this one printed out on a piece of paper. Yeah. I wanted to collect everything because of the, I had also talked about in the last video about, I talked about me writing vignettes. So this is pretty much a vignette. It's just like a short little stream of thought. Sit down, write it. And I was thinking about publishing like a small book with all of my vignettes because I have a pretty decent amount of them. I'd probably say like at least 20, and I'm still writing them today. So anyways, let me not ramble anymore. So I'm going to read this, and I'm not saying that I'm a prophet or anything like that. Like I was thinking about something very specific when I wrote this, but it's just kind of, I wouldn't say ironic because it's, let me just do this because this has to do with war, and it's not necessarily directly connected with Israel, but I'm just, the relevance of what's happening today has made me remember this, and I wanted to read it. So here we go. In the heat of battle, you mustn't blink. Heaps of metal collide in the exchanging of blows. The field covered in blood and excrement, one and the same. Sounds of brothers and friends succumbing to their injuries. Shields clanging from both sides among them without pause. Screams of regret as they meet their untimely demise. Shouts of support to the remainders are met with shouts alike. Pushing and pulling with life at the brink. Keeping your mental clarity becomes the hardest to master. Time stands still or is lost altogether. The horrors at hand have no time to process. Tears streaming down the faces of the damned, and bouts of laughter from those that have found glee in their departure. You can't run when being shepherded to life's final chapter. In the heat of battle, you mustn't blink. One of your ancestors went through the darkest of days for your survival. Most people ignore that same future predicament. The battle-hardened ones have more of a chance than most, but nothing can prepare us for the peril we have yet to face. In those days, there will be people that turn to the darkness for direction. The enemy will prowl at night seeking to devour its next prey. Are you ready to endure your forefathers' endeavor? You don't have a choice. Headstrong in search of an escape, difficulty will put us back on track. Comfortability paired with lack of awareness tend to force us in the wrong direction yet again. The cycle ever continues, never ceasing to smolder. Guns in our day compared to the swords of late. Cover behind cars and buildings compared to a shield made of metal. Fiery explosions with shrapnel abound. Screams of terror all seem the same. The end may be near, but life will trudge on. If you're lucky, your legacy will be amongst the remaining few. Don't forget the future that is yet to be seen. In a time we will not be prepared. In the heat of battle, you mustn't blink. This channel is dedicated to the Lord, and that's who I'm following. And it's kind of ironic that a lot of the vignettes that I was reading all had a spiritual touch to them, and I just didn't even realize it. Because at that time, I was fully in my iniquity. I was without divulging too much information, I was getting high. I was relying on euphoria to get me through the day. And now I'm very calm and I'm at peace with just existing, reading the Bible, seeking the Lord, praising Him, and just looking to Him for my direction, you know? But I find this to be quite telling, especially in a time where people aren't looking towards God anymore. So, turn to God, submit to Him, repent, and ask the Lord to save you, man. Because you need to be saved. And that'll do it. I appreciate everybody reaching out. I appreciate everybody supporting. And I'll catch you on the next video.